Quick thinking can often mean the difference between life and death. On September 13th, 1989, an alert motel manager in Richmond, Virginia, spotted a situation he feared might turn dangerous and decided to do something about it. Seated behind the reception desk, Agnes White was the only person in the lobby when the two men walked in.
May I help you?
Yeah, complete a couple applications.
Motel manager Vince Lubrano was working in the back office.
I thought I heard some people come into the lobby and ask for job applications, which made me suspicious because I'd heard of some robberies that were occurring where people were coming in and asking for job applications.
Here you are.
We had no ads in the paper. We had no job openings. I decided the best thing to do was walk out of the lobby, and I looked right at the guys. I felt like they were going to come out behind me. I mean, I really got a real itchy feeling in my back. I saw a car parked in front of one of the rooms that was rented to a regular guest that I knew, and it was not his car. And also, it was backed in, and it had Pennsylvania tags. So I knew right then and there they were not job applicants.
There's two guys robbing the lobby. Get all the girls, get them in the room where they'll be safe, okay? Tell them to stay till we call them.
And, of course, the whole time, I was thinking about Agnes. Being alone with them, you know, I did feel a little concerned that I'd left her alone up there, and that's when I called 911.
The call for help came in at 12:59 p.m.
Richmond 911.
Yeah, hi, I'm calling from the Red Roof Inn on Commerce Road. Our inn in Hampton got robbed a couple days ago, and I believe the two men just walked into my lobby right now, and it was armed robbery in Hampton.
What do they look like?
They're two black men. That's all I saw. They're with my desk clerk. I ran out of the lobby as soon as they came in there because I figured I knew what they were there for.
We have full-time, part-time,
What are you looking for?
full-time.
A frantic call from the motel's head housekeeper seemed to confirm Vince's report.
What's wrong there?
They are robbing us. East 50 East Commerce Road, in progress, robbery, $1,300.
From 3 miles away, Officer Alan Miles responded.
Anytime a robbery call comes in, the adrenaline starts building. It's trying to get there to prevent the robbery, to apprehend the criminals.
As stated, the caller was the manager. He also states that they fit the description of the suspects in a robbery at another location last week.
203, I'm responding.
Sergeant Roger Burke also took the call, but no one had seen if a robbery was actually taking place.
Come on.
Black man running towards Hardy's with a white shirt, black pants, tennis shoes, running towards Commerce Road.
10 for you is black male, white shirt, black pants, white tennis, running towards Commerce from behind Hardy's.
Drop it! Drop it!
Thought at that time that the suspect must have tried to commandeer the truck. I couldn't shoot at that time because there were just too many people gathered around.
I couldn't tell if both of them had run out of the lobby or not, and I called the front desk. And I asked Agnes what had happened. And from the evasive answers that she gave me, I knew the guy had the gun on her.
As he approached the embankment to the interstate, he turned and pointed his weapon at me.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Climbing up on the 95. He's got a handgun in his hand.
Subject is climbing onto 95. He is armed with a handgun.
What did he say about 95, Ray?
Detective Mark Siegel also headed toward the scene in his unmarked car.
The subject is running towards the railroad tracks. He is armed. Black male, white shirt, black pants, white shoes.
As Sergeant Burke crossed the railroad tracks, he spotted one of the suspects.
Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon! Drop your weapon!
Come on, let's go.
From a nearby service station, manager Herb Waters saw a man abducting Agnes White.
I hollered for Rick to call 911. It's an eerie feeling to see somebody with a gun to their head. you thank the Lord it isn't you, but at the same time you think about her. Suppose somebody startles him, it's all over, you know, for her.
Richmond 911.
Yes, this is Bells Road, Texaco, Cybers, Texaco on Bells Road.
Uh-huh.
We have a black man. He has a gun on a lady at the Red Roof Inn. There is a police car on the scene, but we cannot see the police officer.
Okay, I think he's chasing the man up Interstate 95 now.
Four-door blue. Looks like Pennsylvania plate. He's making a left, going on to 95.
We got you.
Drop your weapon! Drop it now!
For some reason, he slowed up and dropped the weapon on the ground. I'm just thankful to God that neither him or I had to shoot each other and things turned out the way they did.
Detective Siegel arrived as the first suspect was being arrested.
16, go ahead.
Miles, look up at me.
Miles was out of breath. He and Sergeant Burke had the subject in custody. The first thing that went through my mind was, where's the second suspect?
Siegel returned to the scene to get more information.
Dark blue four-door, Pennsylvania tag, going south on 95.
How long have they been?
Just left.
Thank you.
The second suspect is a black male. He now has a lady in a blue vehicle, Pennsylvania tags.
Officer Shirley and I got on Interstate 95 southbound through the traffic, scanning as many vehicles as we could, trying to find a vehicle that looked like the suspect vehicle.
See if you can get a vehicle description, a good one.
So for your copy, possible vehicle is a blue four-door Pennsylvania tag. Cars on 995 southbound on 95.
We noticed blue Chrysler four-door with Pennsylvania plate that did not exactly match the partial plate given, but was very, very close.
I got boy Tom Young, 955.
He was looking straight ahead, and I think he wanted to ignore us and pretend like we weren't there.
Pull over! Keep driving. Get over!
At this moment, I felt some of this woman's terror. The first thing that went through my mind was that the subject was going to run.
Police! Freeze! Drop that gun! Drop that gun!
As soon as he turned the gun on me, the decision to shoot was automatic.
The whole incident had taken only 15 minutes.
She was not injured. She had a very small cut on the inside of her arm, probably from flying glass. It's almost like I didn't have to make the decision. He made it for me when he took the gun off and pointed it at me. Fortunately for me, he forgot to chamber the bullet into the gun. And when he pointed the gun at me, it appeared as if he was shaking it. Turns out probably that he was pulling the trigger. It was a very lucky situation for myself and Agnes White.
The suspect was taken to the hospital with 4 gunshot wounds to the chest. He and his accomplice were charged with multiple felony counts, including abduction and robbery, and are awaiting trial.
Put yourself in her place. What it would be like, what would you do? I don't think I'd have been as calm and cool as her.
But 1 month later, Agnes White still suffers from the after effects of that day.
And for a while, I couldn't be alone. I didn't want to be by myself, especially at night. I just felt really shaky. But then I kind of like started getting back to my normal self. But like I said, at nighttime, I just felt like they're out there. They're still out there.
Human life is just very fragile. It can't be played with and it can't be toyed with. And I realize that more now than I did before.
All of the policemen in Richmond, they really helped me because they were very, very kind, really nice to me. They really helped me out.
I wanted to thank the police officer that protected my mother and for the brave thing he did.
next.
As I went down, all I could see was scared kids. They were just all over the place, and everyone was yelling, "Get me, get me."